In Sanatan Dharma, they say, Kalo hi balavan kartaha. Time is the greatest and most mighty, powerful doer. We are just flowing in time. Today, who has a better consciousness or who is a better thought leader for himself is successful. Who is an anxious, irritated or stressed is always having a low income. Why should I invest my time in this just to be called as unemployable?
With AI coming in, human intelligence has to shift its focus to a more conscious level work, more refined skills. Then what will happen to the rest of the population?
Everybody has to. People who are not successful in grasping perception and application are struggling. There will always be three kinds of category people. People who have a vision to understand that to stay above the tide. Second, people just flow with the flow, enjoy. Third category, struggling people. They don't even enjoy. Their survival is their agenda. Anything that enhances my self-worth is culture. Anything that ritualizes is not culture.
Hello, welcome to a podcast with Siddha Guru Atmananda Ji. Guruji has been working extensively on enhancing the neurocognitive abilities of individuals and children. There have been numerous workshops across various cities where Guruji has taken meditation sessions, and thousands of people have learned these simplified meditations from Guruji and have applied to their daily life practices. This has helped so many of them to overcome the daily life challenges, and they have been happy since then. Let us discuss some topics with Guruji and take his insights about how we develop our intelligence, what is needed, how we can improve our lifestyles. Namaste, Guruji. Today, I want to discuss more about the latest buzz around the world, which is AI. So, if you search the internet, the only thing that people talk about is artificial intelligence and its application across the fields. Now, the impact of this is seen where people are divided on two thoughts. One, where they see as an opportunity, another, people are fearful of losing their livelihood or a job. How do you see AI flourishing over the next few years?
AI will take up a lot. Yeah, so that as me, though I am into AI and I do stuff around it, so but still the point is the evolution is going to be more towards ensuring that people stop working with their preconditioned mindset and people start working, or people will be forced to use their consciousness more. See, today what is happening is people are using their repetitive knowledge. I think you understand. What I can do repeatedly, that I take it up as a job. Long ago, washing utensils was a task. But then people developed dishwashers. Washing clothes was a task. But then people developed washing machines. Efficiency, not just with AI, human nature is make the entire humanity go towards some efficiency where physical and repetitive jobs are always limited, or try to limit them, and always push humanity to use their consciousness more. Today, who has a better consciousness or who is a better thought leader for himself is successful. Who is an anxious, irritated or stressed person is always having a low income bracket. So, where the humanity will go, and this is all about not just with the AI things are going to change, things have been changing the way, but then society will be pushed, people will be pushed to use their cognition more. This advent of social media for the past 10-15 years, now you see, now has made people fall for easy traps. I think you understand. A father and a daughter go to a waterfall. The first thing is both take out their phones and take photographs for their Instagram post or Facebook post or whatever. Now their likes is making them. So if you see, before any race there will be a fall. So slowly people are attracted towards whatever you see on Facebook, whatever you see on Instagram, or whatever you see on Snapchat and stuff like that. You tend to do that because you have a heavy leaning into the fashion. With the advent of AI, jobs and people and the surroundings will be pressurized in a way to ensure that we lean more towards consciousness, evolution, thought leadership, because things are not cool anymore. Keeping yourself doing a repetitive task will not be scalable for you. You will not be able to sustain enough income. Today what is happening is, because my father has a basic income. Now I have a phone and I am a 16-year-old and I am addicted to phones. I am addicted to Snapchat. I am addicted to Instagram, whatever damn. That's a possibility. Tomorrow, with the advent of AI and with this technology upgrowing, actually, the income levels will drop. People will be forced to use their consciousness. Now people are forced to lean in to whatever they see. People are forced to lean into like whatever is in trending. This same technology will force them to not lean towards the trending, not even create trends, create a scalable, conscious life plan for them.
Okay. So Guruji, what you're saying is this: whatever disruption that we will see will be temporary, and then humans will start being more conscious about doing something better. Is that what you're
Correct.
saying?
Because if you see, after engineering 25, 24 or medicine, all you know is something basic. I keep telling this, from the time you give birth to a child, on an average middle class guy also is spending approximately 5 lakhs on the child for food, clothing, school and everything. Average.
Yes.
Now 5 lakhs a year, year over year, if you take the interest, and for 25 years, and sometimes it's more than 5 lakhs, okay, but still I'm talking about at least 2-3 crores, and the interest calculated n into n plus 1 kind. If you compound interest rate or simple interest also, if you calculate properly, then it will be around 1.5 to 2 crores. Now after investing 2 crores, all you know is basic capability. That will not be scalable because people will be pushed into, if you want, technology will grow, and new iPhones, or no, iPhone is now old now, 16, iPhone now 17. Now new technology will come, where now, as 5 years ago how iPhone was a buzz, if you have an iPhone you have a status. You have some other technology, then you will have status, and that will be expensive. And so to raise to all this, people need higher income. And if you do basic, you will not be able to afford all of it. So you need to push yourself. By the time I'm 24, what can I do so that I'm unique? High income skills. High income skills. People will be pushed to, software industry, many industries, they are laying off. You understand? Yeah, I'm not saying they are doing it in a mass scale, but then yes, that has begun. Industries are now learning agentic workflows, and now slowly repetitive jobs are being minimized. Now once all this happens, if you are unique, if you have a high income skill, only then you survive, or else you don't survive. So everybody is forced to for a high income skill. At the age of 24, if all I know is basic stuff, I'm not scalable anymore. Yeah. So that way people will be looking for, people will get more hungry, not food hungry, mentally, and you understand what I'm, slowly that will happen. Again, there will be people who will, class difference will be there, but there will be youth who will question and say, okay, what is the high income skill I am learning? 5 years from now, I see that revolution happening. Corporate scalable models will start shaking in the next 5 years. In the next 10 years, everybody will ask, what will I get by doing this? So this, college degrees, all this will lose shine, and high income skills. People will concentrate more on, say, I don't have a software degree, but I am the best Python coder you can get. You pay me 3 lakhs, you pay me 5 lakhs, it's possible. I don't have a college degree, but I am the best Python guy. I am very, very good at it. 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs is a possibility. I have a college degree and I am not good at any software, 50,000. But I have a college degree in software, 50,000. And the company trains me. By the time I reach 3 lakhs, I will be old. By the time I am 4 lakhs, I will be old. Yes or no?
Yes.
Old in the sense 30, middle age I will reach. By the time interest also accrues. So 10 years from now it will be very evident. 5 years the top tier youth will be forced for high income skills, more perception, more cognition and more understanding. Perception. A new programming language comes and within that how fast I can be the best at it. Application skills, all that, and that is with hands on training only. So most youth will be forced and even everybody will be forced for hands on training. College degrees will definitely lose their shine by 2030, definite. No, how this will translate, and I was trying to.
Sure. Yeah, because what you're saying is technically information will become commodity because it is available everywhere.
Everywhere.
And then
it's not, data will not be the new gold.
Data will not be the new oil because
Or
it's
gold.
available everywhere. And then human intelligence is for the mundane work that people do. It will be replaced by the machines.
Today scalability is important, no? Anything that is scalable is, uniqueness will be taking the center stage. Today scalability is taking a center stage. 5 years from now you will see uniqueness taking center stage.
Is it not a cycle, Guruji, where a new technology always comes, it disrupts, and then these advancements create more new opportunities? Whatever revolutions that have happened, right? When we talk about even GPT, right? GPT is general purpose technology. It also relates to the time when wheels were first created and then multiple purposes were brought in. So with AI coming in, what you're saying is human intelligence has to shift its focus to a more conscious level work, more refined skills. Then what will happen to the rest of the population? Because there is plenty of more.
Everybody has to move. Will move. See, 10 years, this is 2025, 10 years ago, if anybody had a dishwasher, they would never want their maid to touch the dishes. Vacuum cleaners or these efficient mopping systems, all this. 10 years ago, sitting on the floor and mopping like a slave was a norm. Now everybody has a smart mop. Example. So the point is, everybody's quality of life with technology and with situation, everything will improve. Everybody will be forced to improve their lifestyle. Everybody will be forced to improve their cognition. 10 years ago, you would not have this low income or low skill jobs demanding so much. Now, in the past 10 years, if you have observed, low income skills are now in more demand.
True.
So the demand is increasing and they are realizing their own demand. They are realizing their own demand. Earlier, servant maid used to give you a feeling that if you give her a job, she used to feel as if you helped her. Now she feels she is helping you by working in your house.
Yes.
It's happening. It's beginning. The mindset is changing. So what happens to the lower? Everybody grows. Lower strata is more amenable. See, in business parlance, what we say is a smaller company is more amenable and more flexible to pivot. A bigger company or a larger company, it's very difficult to pivot. In the same fashion, adapting to the changes, lower income first adopts and the highest income adopts. The middle struggles. I think you understand. So, what happens to the low income? Low income will be more benefited.
Okay, Guruji. So, talking more about the intelligence, human intelligence that has to shift. What kind of intelligence do you perceive that people have to build?
Correct. Example, for scalable understanding purposes, I am trying to tell you. For example, you take a 20-year-old boy or a girl, doesn't matter. 20 years old boy or a girl, 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 20 years old boy or You give them anything that is not related to their subject, textbook, something, and ask them to spend some time, study for one day and understand and perceive it, they will fail. Self-worth, what they should learn, self-worth, how to present yourself, how to package yourself, how to negotiate, how to perceive. A school teacher for a school kid explains a mathematical problem. Student will say, I understood, I understood. Comes home and does the homework. After 3 days, if you ask the same problem, then I forgot. The cognition is not so high that you perceive and you retain it. You don't perceive it, you just, take it and vomit, take it and vomit. I think you understand. That is the reason why school teacher tells you a mathematical problem. You understand it. Come home and the tuition teacher has to again tell it. Because relatability issue. What is the difference? Tuition teacher is telling one-on-one. Teacher is telling on mass. Now after mass you need one-on-one, and after that some exercise, then slowly you pick up. Enormous lag of mental processing. Now students are getting used to this. And this so-called edutech companies are coming up with, we will help your child imagine, so we will build a 3D models and everything online and this kind of thing. So for example, to understand physics and chemistry, now the teacher earlier draws on a 2-dimensional board or a 2-dimensional newspaper and all that. Now I have a 3D model telling me hydrogen will come here, oxygen will come here, this is the bond, this is everything, 3-dimensional. Now it makes me slowly diminishing my power of imagination.
So this is
I am
side
understand.
effect. This is side effect of being over advanced in technology as well. Is that?
No, it's not. It is a temporary disadvantage of a developing technology. I think you understand. Now with AI and with all technological transfer, the point is see, 20 years ago, if you got a job of 15,000 rupees, for that inflation adjusted today's 50,000 rupees, people used to value you. Today if you get a job of 1 lakh rupees, people are not valuing you. You yourself are not feeling fulfilled. I think you understand what I am trying to say. People are now having this pressure. Why? Because it's a temporary disadvantage of any evolutionary curve. So, who will make it to the top brass, IITs, IIMs, or any big medical, anything successful? Students for whom perception is natural, grasping is natural. They don't struggle with grasping. They understand easily and they apply it. Students who do not struggle with grasping, perception, are ending up at the Ivy League. People who are not successful in grasping, perception and application are struggling. I think you understand. It's a temporary disadvantage. And the technology that's improving is fooling. Slowly people will understand, people will fool. I think you understand. When social media came, it was not started as if Facebook was in loss for the first 6-7 years. Today we feel Facebook is addictive. It was made addictive. It was developed into all the Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I'm an older guy, so I keep referring Facebook. But then today generation has moved and it's Snapchat and other stuff. Whatever, they're all designed. Now these people also have. Now slowly the adaptation is increasing. Now I will tell you, from now the adaptation will go down. Because people find more interest in something else. And more creative, more high income, more activity, because people will understand, now I need to enjoy. So a temporary phase in between where it appears as if it makes your life easy, but there will always be 3 kinds of categories people. People who have a vision to understand that to stay above the tide, I need to focus on my agenda. Second, people just flow with the flow, enjoy. Third category, struggling people. They don't even enjoy, they don't, you understand, they don't even have the ambition to rise above the tide. Their survival is their agenda. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. So there will always be these three kind of category people. Now, people who want to rise above the tide, people who want to grow, that hungry guys, building, enhancing their perception is very important, because creativity also becomes easy now. With the advent of technology, being creative becomes normal. Now you need to be beyond creative. Earlier there was a creative guy, there is a perception management guy, there is a, you understand, so many things you need. Now all of this will integrate. I think you understand.
Yes.
So all these skills are required. Now people will be beyond creative. I think you understand. Earlier visual media course, if I can do something, that is enough. But then slowly, with the advent of technology, slowly what you can do, that computers and systems can do. Now why should I extra pay you to just handle that? Then I have manpowerless. But if everybody has to get a job, if everybody has to do something productive, then they has to go beyond productivity and beyond creativity. Their signature mark. That is what the top brass have been doing for the past few years. I think you understand what I am trying to say. What value do you bring? And that cannot happen in a haste. First you need to bring value to yourself. So perception, people who enhance their perception, people who can enhance and grasp something faster, perceive it, process and apply it, will always stay above the tide. People who enjoy it. Gone are the days. In next 5 years, I am very sure people will start questioning marks and grades, and especially in India, people will be questioning about college degrees, and no longer parents will be proud that, oh, my son got IIT. No longer, because with this advent of startup culture these days, slowly it's coming up. That is the reason why I said in 5 years. Today, now, because of other things like Shark Tank and other, slowly the startup culture is picking up. Slowly, people now understand what is scalability, what is business, how things can be made and all. In villages also, now slowly they will start questioning, why should I invest my time in this just to be called as unemployable? Instead, I will work in the industry from the beginning. And by the time I am 25, I will be a definitely sought after guy. I think you understand.
Yeah.
Hands-on approach. Hands-on approach will gain momentum with the advent of technology. That's what I am trying to insist. Because for fun, now earlier, for example, to do video editing, to do some Photoshop, earlier there was a course and there was a specialized professionals. And video editing is it's a skill. Fundamental video editing, director, all that, just basic video editing.
Yeah.
Now video editing, you are forced to be a director yourself. Slowly it's coming in. I think you understand.
Yes.
You need to, earlier video editors or Photoshopper, they don't need to understand. Now they need to understand. Example, now every job, earlier coders need not understand the big picture. They just write their line of codes, they used to get paid. Like in Y2K times, 2000 times, if you could do just basic things also, you would pay decently. Now nobody is paid decently. That way, slowly what happens is, perception rules. People will understand only one thing. My cognition, how good it is, that way I will live life. And people will be forced to understand this. And it will happen, everybody will understand. And I am seeing this happening already.
Okay, Guruji. The intelligence that we see now, and when we also refer history, past history, when I say about thousands of years ago, right? Even then the intelligence existed.
Yeah, definitely.
And sometimes we feel that that intelligence was way superior than the intelligence
Correct.
that we have today. How do you see those differences being
They were
fulfilled
definitely
now?
far better. India was called a sink of world's gold. there are evidences that India contributed to around 50-60% of the world GDP. Entire US contributes only 16%. We contributed 50-60% of the world's GDP. Now, scalability was all. See, the point is, in Sanatan Dharma they say, Kalo hi balavan kartaha. Time is the greatest and the most mighty, powerful doer. Nobody does. We are just flowing in time. Just because we are in this time, now we are all talking about AI. And that is because some companies, some people forced that on us by making it lucrative. ChatGPT was launched long ago. Only when they launched ChatGPT 4, they made the UI UX better that people started using it. Or else people didn't even understand the use case scenarios. I think you understand.
True.
So it's a company forcing you and you trying to, now everybody talks about it. There are much better things. Actually, we have been using, earlier also AI was there, machine learning they used to call, deep tech, all this they used to be there. Things are there. But then not scaled this much. But they were there. I think you understand. Some people, big guys in the big companies decided we need to scale it. And now it's happening. So it's an ecosystem, I think you understand. Some big guy wants to do big things, so we are able to do small things. That is the reality. So this intelligence, how earlier it is now, slowly we will come out of this trap because of, see, First World War, Second World War, our India invasions and all that, slowly we lost a lot of cognition. But I will tell you this interesting thing. Have you noticed? For example, Germany or this Western technology was the first to make cars and
Yes.
other tech world-wise. Germany,
Engineering.
US and UK and all these guys, engineering, these guys were the best. Now you see, for 10-15 years, in the original, in the 90s, 80s, and 1920, 1930 time, they made the best cars. Till the time they are 1980. 1990 till the 2000 came, till the tech transfer, the West did not do it to South Korea or China. Are you understanding? You will see 10 years, 15 years of no evolution in the cars. The tech transfer happened to South Korea and said, South Korea, you start manufacturing things for us, China, you start manufacturing things for us. And then reverse parking camera was not there in a very expensive German car till recently until 5-10 years ago. But then South Korea and these people, they learned the tech from Indian, the Asian continent wise, we are naturally overperformers. We are natural overgivers. We are very lazy with our colonial mindset. We have a strong colonial mindset and very strong influence of the West because of the time, Kalo hi balavan karta. There was a bad time. That time, entire depression, everybody, generations together believed that under productivity or no productivity is the best way to sustain. And survival and only survival for few generations. So this wisdom was all lost. But if we are taught something, Asian mindset, this Asian and China, India, South Korea, all this, if you are taught something, we innovate heavily. 10-20 years ago, I don't feel more than 20 years ago, China got the tech to actually make a good car. And within 20 years, now they are making laterally moving cars. Cars that can actually laterally move. Cars can move forward, backward, self-park, auto park, all the technology with lateral parking. Now, why am I trying to tell you is, German, if everything is left to Germans' hands, they would never ever, even if they had the Kodak, they had the technology and the patents for digital thing for a long back, but then they won't launch it. We know all the story, right?
Yes.
That way. The Western world, even if they are advancing, they are very miser to express and allow creativity or allow people to enjoy on the tech. Western world is designed that way. Kodak had the long ago digital patents for all digital photography and everything. They didn't want, because they didn't want the market to grow. They were happy with, my grandfather made an innovation, now your grandson is going to make me payment. I will tell you this this Asian mindset. For example, in India we have this famous picture called Bahubali. There everybody knew. Karikala Kattappa. Why Kattappa killed Bahubali was a great question. But then that was a great question after Bahubali 1. After I watched that movie, the great question that I had was, Kattappa's great grandfather promised the kingdom that not just me, my coming generations will be a slave to your throne. You are not, are you understanding what I am trying to say? You are not pawning yourself, you are pawning your great grandson. Yeah, we have this mindset of pawning ourselves, not just us, generations. We are overgivers. If I love this king, not just me, my great grandchild also will be servant to this child, to this king. Mentality. Because we are very, you understand what I mean? We are a givers. We are giving mentality people. West is they will do some innovation and they will sit on it, and my grandfather did some innovation. Now I want your great grandchild to pay me. I am the great grandchild. Now pay me and let me live on royalties. They know how to live on royalties. They know. We are not happy. We have a itch to innovate. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, South Korea, China got this car technology, other tech. All advancements were made because they were given the tech. Or else 15 years, 20 years, car industry was moving very slowly. Yes or no?
Yes.
Example, car industry, any other industry. The point I am trying to tell you is, West is very lazy. They are not givers, they are takers. They are very comfortable receiving. They are very comfortable receiving. And when they had to innovate and situation, world wars and all this happened, they innovated. But they got back to that receiving mode, because world wars also they did only to receive. I think world war was the reason they wanted to receive, so they created wars. Now after that they received and received. All Asian, this including this side, we are natural givers. We are not really proud that my great grandfather did some innovation or my father did some innovation and I want to live on that royalty. We create the competition, we lower the prices ourselves. We want to do more. Example, in the West, they perfect one product and grandfather perfects that product. Son runs the same factory, grandson runs the same factory, and the secret is never leaked and they always continue to make money. Example.
Yes.
You understand? They don't give that tech easily. They don't give that innovation drive easily. And they also don't grow easily. It's only South Korea and China were given the tech. Now every small, even 5 lakhs car has all, they are, I'm sure in next 2-3 years, even a 2 lakh, 5 lakh, 6 lakhs cars will have ADAS. I understand. And if you are a 10 lakh car, already we are having, in 10 lakh cars, we are having almost ADAS, I guess. So, yes. The point I am trying to tell you, we'll have ADAS level 2, we'll have all this, because we want to give more. We are givers. They are receivers.
So at one end, Guruji, there is human intelligence which is able to do all these things quickly at a scalable model, but the business acumen is not.
We'll learn slowly, because we come from a generation where, we are abused people. Entire this West, we are abused. South Korea, China, India, we were all abused people. Our great grandfathers, if they earned money, they were taxed more. And I think you understand what I am trying to say. Slavery, hungry. Our great grandfathers lived more in hungry than eating food. And starvation was a norm for them. So our DNA took a slight slump. I think you understand. Slowly. But all this, because we are givers, abundance will come back to this place. But we will go through our own cycle. So this business acumen and all this, Slowly we are developing, slowly. But still we are not that kind of a scalable models. We are always, we believe in uniqueness. And see, they say Indian mentality or the crab mentality. If somebody is going up, we pull down somebody. Westerners, they don't do that. If somebody is going up, everybody gets profited. They have a system. That's what they. Are you able to relate to?
Yes.
Why is that so? And see, the point is, Indian fundamental. This entire West is made up of self-expression personalities. I think you understand. Singing, for example, dancing. Every singer sings the same raga, but in a different way. I think you understand. There are two tabla players. Then there is a competition between. We cannot exist without competition. We cannot exist any art form. Singing, dance, or any sanatana, puja, meditation. You take anything. You take any temples. One Raja built a certain temple. The son has to build a better temple than that, a bigger temple than that, more architecture in that, more carvings in that. Yes or no?
Yes.
No competition. My father Rajaraja Chola built this, then the Rajaraja Chola 2 built this, he built this. All this is very important, or else we'll feel, what are we doing? We have this natural do more culture. Have there. That's there in our DNA. So that business acumen also will come with a cycle. So we will be more concentrating on uniqueness. It's not crab culture. We don't try to pull each other. We have an inherent to do more culture. So if somebody does that, scarcity, famine, world wars and all that, all this entire, we suffered a lot, invasions and all. So some we have that. Now slowly that is going out and shaping into uniqueness. Now people are knowing the value of networking. People are knowing the value of contribution. That is the reason why we have this youth, Indian youth, getting more excited about, the moment they join a company at the age of 24, they want to contribute. They want to add value. Yeah, this is coming. Slowly it's coming. Because we are originally givers. We are originally performers. We are originally, our core DNA is excellence. So all this will come, scale, business scale and all you are talking, it will come. But it will come in its own. At least one generation should do conscious parenting. Slowly nationalism is coming in every country.
Yes.
Slowly through nationalism, cultural revival even in China is coming. These days now, China is also talking, if you see latest 2025, slowly they are also talking about cultural revival. Every country will talk about cultural revival, and slowly cultural revival also will take some time to fine tune itself to what exactly. Cultural revival is not just opening one temple. Cultural revival is actually understanding an ecosystem of around the temple. Cultural revival is all about understanding the family values. Cultural revival is all about enhancing your personal, see, and like a company, they have a, every year they have to grow 15%, 20% CAGR. We are not growing 15-20% CAGR in our life. Slowly, you understand this. Now the China is being hit with all this. World is having an economical drama. Things are beginning. Now slowly people will stop saying, see, in my salary, in my job, I am not having a, the world is growing at inflation 5 and appreciation and all that. So 5%, 5%. So if you understand 10% if I grow CAGR, then I am just keeping pace with the world. My salary is not 10% growing, people will come to realize this. I think you understand. 20% CAGR achievement will become compulsory in the next 5 years in this Western hemisphere. And it will become a normal, so people will be able to achieve it. They are forced to. Because why am I trying to tell you? Now we are, all markets are being disrupted, the world trade is shifting, things are happening. Where it will go, God knows. But the truth is, this will cause enormous cultural revival, family system, ecosystem. Because now we are insecure in a different way. Earlier we are insecure in a different way. To establish a house, to establish a house, car, 2 children, wife and 2 children was the agenda for life. Now slowly, no. Now people are talking about getting rich. Slowly in the top circle, generational wealth is becoming a buzzword. How to create generational wealth, how to create this, how to do this. It's coming, it's coming. In the same fashion, in the next 5 years, people will start scratching their head and asking, what is culture? Going to a temple is culture. Wearing kurta pajama is culture. This guy wears Rudraksha, so is Guruji. What is the proof? And these visual symbols start falling off.
Okay.
And slowly, what is the value you bring to the table? The people will start, slowly it will come. And then original, what is culture? Culture is personal culture, my personal discipline, my personal loyalty towards my own integrity of self, of my own being is culture. My personal loyalty towards my own personal integrity, my enhancing my self-worth is culture. Anything that enhances my self-worth is culture. Anything that ritualizes is not culture. Now what is happening? Anything that is a ritual is a culture. Slowly people will fine tune this. It will come. Anything that enhances my self-worth, anything that enhances my experience of liveliness within me is culture. And anything that has got to do with family is culture. I think you understand. My networking, my bonding becomes my strength. In the times of need, people get closer towards each other. In times of difficulty, need, pressure, people get closer to each other. In the same fashion, now we slowly will understand importance of family, importance of parenting, importance of ensuring that if I can't be 10x, my child should be 10x. If I can't be this, I'll help my brother. Slowly that will come. Now, everything is at a tipping phase. I believe this. Because we will see the West failing. With the same woke culture, with the same thing, we will see this West failing enormously. And money and attention coming to this, because population is more here. Remember one thing, power is all about demographics. More people, richer you are. Less consumption, less demographic, poorer you are. When a demography comes together, they become naturally rich. 18% demographic population in India, they are together, and that is the reason why they are a profound voice. Slowly people will realize this. People who come together is power. People, demography scattered is tragedy. People will slowly realize this. And they will not realize this as a society, they will realize it as family. One brother will start. Now these days what's happening? No brother stands up for his own brother. No sister standing up for a brother. Everybody fighting their own opinions, their likings, their systems, their... Slowly they will understand one thing. In next 5 years, the technology will push them towards that. I am very sure. In 5 years, you will find this happening. People will start normalizing family bonds, family culture, togetherness. People will start valuing it.
So technology playing this natural role of
Technology,
rebuilding.
human
I mean, it is pushing the intelligence.
divine intelligence, or human, I call it human intelligence. And our subconscious, we all are going, evoluting. I think you understand.
There's a cause and effect theory coming in this fashion.
Correct. So technology is not doing it. Only humans can drive humans. Animals can only drive animals. Even animals can drive animals, I'll tell you. For example, these zebras or any animal, they move in herds. Am I clear with you? But actually herd is very counterproductive, because see, all buffaloes will go to drink water at one particular time, and there is a herd of buffaloes, herd of zebras, herd of deer. All these deers, they move in a herd,
Yes.
But this herd is very counterproductive, because if a lion wants to attack and hunt and kill deers, now if you have 100 deers coming and drinking water at one place, You attack, the probability of getting one is very easy because on a herd.
Yes.
And you understand, it's like fishing net. If you try one fish, one fishing rod, then the probability of you getting the fish is small. But if you throw a bigger net, then probability of getting fish is more. In the same fashion, actually it's counterproductive, because if a lion attacks a herd of buffaloes, it's very difficult. But it is also very productive, because the lion is, all buffaloes look same, all deers look the same. Now the problem is, a lion is running towards one and it's crisscrossing. Now in a herd it has to find the weakest runner. When everybody, and the herd when attacked will not run in one direction, they will run in a crisscross direction. 100 deer go to drink water, they go in one specific direction. But when a lion attacks, all 100 will run in their own direction. And when you cannot spot one, when your target is not, if you target one and if you just move your head also, the target misses. I think you understand.
Yes.
Logically and superficially, if you become one, it is very difficult for people to attack. But overall, if you are together, we are more vulnerable. In the past 10-15 years, all human beings are now suffering that vulnerability problem. If I listen to my father, if I listen to my husband, if I listen to my wife, if I am loyal to my own family, I am becoming vulnerable. That is the reason why today brothers, sisters, families, bonds, network, friends. Earlier, best friends was a common thing. Today, you don't really find best friends. And all best friends are also our monthly friends. You understand what I am trying to say? You don't have best friends. You ask 100 kids coming out of college, who is your best friend? Just to fresh out of, they will tell you this guy, this guy, this guy. 6 months after college, you ask best friend, and I had one best friend, but I lost touch. In 6 months, they lose touch. I think you understand. This is happening. Why? Because now we are at a phase where, human evolution phase, we are now feeling that if we are in a herd, if we have a group of friends, if we are a group, if I am helping my wife, if my wife is helping me, narrative is pushed in such a fashion that if you cook for the whole family, you are vulnerable. It's for the past 100 years, I feel this vulnerability was encashed very well. A group of animals, being in a group, they are vulnerable. They make enough noise for the lion to know, oh, they have come. And if I attack 100 things one side, 2-3 lions from 2 different sides, getting one is easy. It is counterproductive. Vulnerability is there, but still there is an advantage. If one deer or a buffalo goes to the water, 2 lions attack from 2 sides, the possibility of kill rate is 100%. But if 100 buffaloes go, all 100 buffaloes run in 100 directions, the possibility of 2 lions attacking, the kill rate is still 1%. Yeah, seriously.
Yes.
So, our vulnerabilities were played very heavily by the people, by the corporates and the West. Slowly people will start realizing, no, it's a strength. Because now the West is again putting this narrative of networking. Why should I network with other people? First, if I network with my brother, my sister, my mother, my father, if a father and mother properly networks and leaves their anxiety and thinks as a thought leader for the child, fantastic things can happen. Scalability will come and the child will be 10x. And if the child has a brother, it's a backing. If a child has a sister, it's a backing. If the wife has a husband, the husband has a good wife and a chairman CEO. I think you understand what I am trying to say. MD, CEO, something like that. I think you understood what I am trying to say. If that kind of synergy, why build it in corporates? We can actually build it in houses. That people will realize with the advent of technology. And our vulnerabilities that the world has played for the past 100-150 years, we will start realizing the strength in it. You cooperating with a company these days, I want to add value to the company. A father is not saying, I want to add value to my child's life. What is the value you bring to your child's life? If I ask a father these days, average 100 sample size, 100 fathers, you say, what is the value? I am putting them in school, I am paying them college fees and what else. And you ask the child, 100 children, what is the value? They frustrate me more. I think you understand. Because the bond is not being developed. Because vulnerabilities were played. This is the reason of colonialism and all. But trust me, animals cannot live without a herd, because herd is vulnerable, but herd is superpower. We will slowly learn and come back as a herd, and we will develop this. It's a phase of colonialism and other pressures that we endured. Some parts of the West, the China, the Chinese people, or the South Koreans, or this Singaporeans, they're slowly realizing this. Singaporeans friends. I think you understand. Slowly Chinese. That's coming. Even India, that's coming. Nationalism will turn into that.
Amazing. Guruji, talking about again human evolution, humans are trying to find different things. They're also getting into space.
Yeah.
And from a spiritual and science perspective, what is the goal of going into a space, and what is the reason that people are trying
There
to
is nothing related to spirituality. It's all about science, and it's all about, see, no spiritual going on Mars or exploring other planets, no spiritual connotation. Ecological connotation or scientific connotations can be there. Spiritual perspective, no issues at all. There must be no issues. And you should not land on Guru Graha. These kind of things are idiotic. Slowly this idioticness in the spirituality should go. You understand? Superstition in spirituality will go. So from a spiritual connotation going to space, what? From a spiritual connotation, nothing. From scientific, necessity. Yeah, necessity. Space dominance is very important. So I don't feel anything spiritual related. Everything science and necessity.
when we have so much of world already available, uh, what is the need to go to the space?
Huh? As a see, the point is, one who, for telephones and everything, space is important. For everything, space is important. Remember one thing, until otherwise you explore, you don't know how to use it also. What is the necessity of a child to go into the kitchen and look around or look at the cylinder which is looking red and attractive? What is the necessity? This child curious, they want to. We should not question a curious mind. What is the benefit of going to Mars and just coming back? And or bringing a stone from there or bringing a mud from there and analyzing. Anyway, you can't go deep mine it. Anyway, you can't do anything. If there are minerals also, you can't mine what is, you don't fully know how much oil reserves we have. Now we are discovering, oh, India has oil. Bihar has oil, Madhya Pradesh has oil, West Bengal has oil. We are discovering now. And now we are figuring out how to mine oil from Andaman deep sea. Technology we are figuring out. So people have not figured out this. People, what will you do going and bringing Mars? It's like a curious society or world. We all should be, the inner child should be kept awake. Developing space tech will help some other tech industry. I think you understand. So it's like a child. Now let the child play all around the house. Let the child touch everything. Don't ask, iska benefit kya hai? Things should happen. Why? And the things should happen, because the more things happen, the more you will find the use cases. And outer space and the space, satellites and everything are important. We need satellite imagery and all that. So that way. But going extra space, moon, people want to explore this. It's very good, because doing that, something else will happen. The inner child should always be kept awake, and we should be curious, and we should know what's there in the Mars, what's there in the Neptune, what's there this, what's there that, what. Though we cannot do anything about it, we should be knowing, because knowing that tech gets a lot of other tech. I think you understand. So that way it's very important. It's lucrative. And it's very, we should all be open about it.
with this conversation, what I come to realize is there can be an advancement of technology every time. There will be a disruption, but at the end of the day, human intelligence cannot be taken away. It will keep growing at a newer pace. It will keep discovering new things. It's like this: when calculators came, people thought people will lose calculation skills, but then we found more mathematical problems to solve. So this evolution journey will continue irrespective whether there is AI, whether there is technology, whether there is any advancement that happens.
Conscious evolution will happen. More. Correct. Fantastic.
Thank you, Guruji, for these
God
insights
bless you.
today and having an interesting conversation about the technology and linking it with so many other aspects of life as an individual and the self worth that someone has to focus so that they are able to scale in the coming days. Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you, Guruji.